What up? This is Rapids. And so the Jay-Z case just took a serious turn because the other day, Jay-Z's lawyer was out in the public doing a press conference and a demonstration, basically going before the public with all the evidence they have so far that this case is frivolous that they put against him. So the lawyer broke down everything about how long it would have took to go from the VMAs to that White House and have that stuff happen. And basically, he is saying that's impossible, especially with there's evidence that Jay-Z and Diddy were at two different parties during that time. And so they're looking at a whole lot of evidence now that shows that this never happened. Plus, it was like a 5-hour drive from where that girl lives. So they're saying she wouldn't have been able to basically pull this off, this whole thing, with what she's saying, how she snuck out of the house, and how she's saying she got to the party. She's saying she watched it on a Jumbotron screen outside of the VMAs. And according to the lawyer that Jay-Z hired, he's saying that there's no evidence that there was ever a Jumbotron screen outside of the VMAs to watch the VMAs. So what did she watch that on? Plus the accuser is saying that she interacted with some celebrities there at that party, and those celebrities were documented to be in another state at the time. They're on tour, and they didn't even attend the VMAs. And so, yeah, there's a whole lot of evidence now coming out that this whole case is frivolous, and this lawyer is dismantling the case before it's even reaching the courts. And so at this point, that's a very good move to have that press conference because he even took questions. The dad of that accuser, that girl that's accusing Jay-Z of that, well, the dad said that he has no recollection of that ever happening. He said he would have remembered that, you know what I'm saying? So when that girl called and said she needs a ride home, she said she ran out of that party and, you know what I'm saying, basically had to make it to a gas station nearby and call her dad. Well, the thing is that the girl wasn't supposed to have been out the house, so she was 5 hours away. And so what was she waiting at the gas station for 5 hours? You know what I'm saying? So the dad, apparently, according to the accuser, picked her up and then took her home. Well, that's 10 hours. So I don't care if that was 20 years ago or 25 years ago. You're going to remember getting a call like that and driving a total of 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? That's not easy thing to do is drive 10 hours. You know what I'm saying? So that's like most of your day right there. So plus this was in the middle of the night. So he got a call in the middle of the night. What was it like? Probably 1 in the morning. So what he get there? It was by the time he got there, it was the morning time basically. And then a drive home. Yeah, you would have remembered that even if it was 25 years ago. So the dad said he has no remembrance of this ever happening. So this girl is looking like she might have made this up. I mean, I'm just looking at what Jay-Z's lawyer presented, plus I'm looking at what she's saying, and I'm seeing all the inconsistencies. Even the lawyer now is saying, well, he's trying to say that this case was brought to him by another law firm or something. So he's saying that it kind of made it, onto his desk somehow, but he's not necessarily really endorsing this case anymore. So it sounds like he's trying to save himself from possible, who knows what type of criminal, is this criminal or what? Because it sounds like he might have broke laws even bringing this case to court. So the lawyer, though, in other news, he had also doubled down on it. He said the victim is willing to take a lie detector test. So he's kind of trying to say both things at once. He's trying to say, well, I didn't really vet this case, but at the same time, I believe the victim, and she's gonna, I guess, be doing a lie detector test. So this is what he's saying, but it's probably cap. She's probably not gonna do no lie detector test because after what this lawyer, Jay-Z's lawyer, did, I don't think they have much of a case left. I don't see how they could possibly continue on with this case. So as of right now, this case is in the judge's hands. I'm expecting a ruling sometime this week. You know what I'm saying? And they're asking for a dismissal of this case. And Jay-Z even said, as far as with Diddy, he said they wasn't even cool like that, basically. He said they was just kind of professional acquaintances, like it's like a business relationship thing where we're both moguls in the music industry and we're just hanging out kind of every once in a while type thing for professional reasons type thing. So yeah, he's saying like they wasn't as cool as it seems, like as people trying to paint this picture like they were best friends and stuff, and he's saying no, that wasn't really the case. So yeah, and plus the lawyer saying the Jay-Z situation has nothing to do with anything to do with a Diddy case. Anything going on with Diddy, that's completely separate. So yeah, at this point, I would say that was a very successful press conference that Jay-Z's lawyer put on, and his price about to go up after this. If this case gets dismissed, I mean, it's all done. After that, I think they're going to probably be pursuing any type of legal actions against Busby, the sleaze lawyer. You know what I'm saying? This lawyer that's out here. Well, I already heard that this lawyer is known for kind of putting out cases like this, frivolous cases, and to shake down celebrities, saying that he's going to release some embarrassing info on the celebrity if they don't pay up. I think that was the original plan. It looks like, because Jay-Z said, Jay-Z's lawyer said, yeah, originally there was a letter that was sent kind of threatening to go public with this embarrassing information if you don't comply. Basically set a mediation where you can come to some type of agreement, and then if you come to the agreement, this never goes public. Well, Jay-Z rejected it because he said he never did nothing wrong. So at this point, it's not looking real good for the accuser, just based off of what I've been seeing. And that's smart to have Jay-Z's lawyer go into the public and present the case to the public. He basically presented the case to the public, like with a whole press conference and visuals and everything, like as if he was in a courtroom. And I think that was very smart, especially if Jay-Z's innocent. I think that looked real good because he's putting out everything they know into the public, not even waiting for a court date. I think that's embarrassing for the courts to even have this case in their court at this point, because it's going to undermine the court system if they don't drop it. Like with what the lawyer did, he's basically embarrassing the court systems at this point. Like at this point, if they continue on with this case, the court system's going to look kind of embarrassed. But at the same time, that's kind of what the Jonathan Majors thing, it was kind of similar when the dude that was playing Kane the Conqueror, they kind of try to get in front of the story and put out all this information like, yeah, this is not a good case. It shouldn't be in court. It should be dismissed. And then they were stubborn. The New York court system was stubborn, and they went on with the case anyways. And they ended up getting a victory. It's like for some reason they knew they was going to get a win for some reason. And really, when it comes to courts and the DAs and stuff, they're not really supposed to be pushing the case unless they know they can win. So hopefully it's not something like that where, yeah, they're boasting like, yeah, this is all, frivolous and it should be thrown out. But what if it turns out that, they want to stand with this case and stay stubborn so they don't get embarrassed? And then at this point, you got to kind of wonder if, how are these court systems really set up to win? You know what I'm saying? Are they set up to, like, can you even trust the court system? You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're innocent, you should be able to trust the court system. So, well, we'll have to see what happens. I'm expecting a decision this week or next week. Most likely they'll have a decision to dismiss this case or not. But at this point, I mean, it's looking real good for Jay-Z, I would say, just based off of what I've seen. It just seems like he's saying, according to the drive times and the times that she's saying this stuff happened, it would be impossible. They're saying it would be literally impossible for what she's saying to have had happened to her. Well, that'd be impossible, he's saying, the lawyer, because when you put it all together, there's too many inconsistencies in her story. They just pointed out a lot of inconsistencies, you know what I'm saying? So you can't have that many inconsistencies, you know what I'm saying, and think that you can push forward with a case. I don't think that's possible. She's saying the only person that would have known anything would have been her friend, and then she's saying her friend is unalive, no longer with us. So how old would her friend be? You know what I'm saying? So Basically, yeah, this case looks kind of bogus to me. It looks all cap. That's what I would say. And plus, I'm hearing Jay-Z's also now going after Jaguar Wright and all them now too. I think that she might be next on the list. And then if he does get a dismissal, you know what I'm saying, I think they should look into, you know what I'm saying, figuring out if they can, you know, what type of legal actions they can take against the accuser and the lawyer Busby. You know what I'm saying, the 1-800 lawyer they're calling him. He put out a thing when as soon as the Diddy thing came out, he put out this 1-800 list and had everybody call in if you think you might have been a victim to Diddy, you know, and that's where I think he's getting a lot of his cases now as people is looking for that bag. And I think this also might look good for Diddy, because if this case gets dismissed as frivolous and an embarrassment to the legal system, at that point, it's going to probably look a little better for Diddy too, because it might reflect on him where, you know what I'm saying, who really is a victim if everybody's consenting and, you know what I'm saying, participating in whatever activities was going on, unless it was some things where it's real messed up where it had to do with minors or something. But when it comes down to it, like with Diddy, it might look the same, kind of like people might be trying to shake him down for money, you know what I'm saying? And if I think that's probably the angle his lawyers might take if this is successful with what Jay-Z's attempting. So yeah, that's about it, y'all. I wanted to just give y'all an update on what's going on with this Jay-Z case, and we'll see what happens from here. Make sure you like the video. Let's get over 100 likes. Make sure you subscribe, follow Rap HITZ on all social media and all that. I'm out of here.